You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 123.
123. I'm still shy to segue, man. Damn, 123.
Yeah, man. Up there. We get on up there. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there. Make sure you get your OS merch.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Binder Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Ralph, my guy, my pal.
Yeah, man.
What's happening, man?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm straight, man.
That's
I don't
what's
know.
up.
I'm just in such a festive mood. I don't know why.
I love it. I
just gotta look to the positives in life, man, for real. So that's what I'm on, man. I don't know if the Christmas spirit is starting to settle in.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, that's what's
I don't
up.
know, man. You done with your Christmas shopping? Got any Christmas gifts to buy this year?
Yeah, I was trying my best to avoid it, man. Look, man, I'm really at that point in my adulthood where I'm like, look, y'all really don't have to don't buy me nothing. Because I don't want to buy nothing. Gifts.
Oh,
like it's cool. Like it's cool. And like all of my, like my mom, my sister, family and friends, like we all in a position now where look, we don't have to wait till Christmas to buy shit. Like if we want something, we probably gonna go get it.
Oh, okay.
So it's what am I really buying people for Christmas? Because they already got everything they want and need. That's where I'm at with it. So I don't know. I've already gotten flack from a few family members saying or asking me if I'm putting up a Christmas tree. No, not doing it. You Grinch? Well, fine. Call me Grinch. That's okay.
Definitely sound like Scrooge.
And that's okay. But it's not because I don't like care about Christmas or anything like that. Like I live alone, so like I'm the one putting it up. Then I'm going to have to be the one to take it down. I can avoid all of it. By just not putting this shit up.
You just think about the practical point.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not gonna be in town for Christmas, so that's why I'm not there. Right? No, it doesn't make sense.
So yeah.
Got you.
So I wouldn't say I'm in the Christmas spirit, but hey, you know.
Well, we still got some
time,
man.
I did purchase majority of my gifts online, so I do have this things that I do plan to buy people. Mm-hmm. Now I need to actually go to like a store and get them because I don't want to chance like the shipping and all that. Mm-hmm. Just in case something crazy happens, because Christmas is in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, a little bit less now.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Recording. Yeah, it sounds crazy. And real quick to the local listeners, right? The Amazon building.
Yes, and it was real.
Ellisville, which is like a super like suburb, like but I mean that's where the biggest Amazon facility is in the St. Louis metropolitan area, mm-hmm. And it was accosted, I guess you would say, by a tornado. Like part of the building collapsed, and 2 people have died so far.
Yeah, so far that they have been able to identify. Yeah, man, that tornado hit on Friday, which is crazy because I was actually out Friday night, and it was storming pretty bad where I was, but I didn't realize that there was an actual tornado until mm-hmm. the next morning when I was checking the news and all that. So yeah man.
Yeah, it was the next town over from where I live, so mm-hmm. It's like but I wanted to order some. I know it'll sound fucked up, so excuse me. I wanted to order some from Amazon, but I was like I should wait.
I'm sorry.
I know that I didn't mean that to be
right. No, right.
I was like,
because it's crazy because I actually like, so how my mind works, like Like it's first of all, it's messed up that like it was tornado warnings all throughout Friday night. Throughout the area. So I'm surprised that like the Amazon management or whatever wasn't like, y'all need to stop, take shelter and stuff because they still working. So that's nuts in itself.
Yeah.
But with the tornado hitting the facility, I was thinking like, wow, like the the customers who order packages that was like getting ready to be shipped is like, oh snap, like
excuse me, yeah. And then you never know where their territory lies.
Yeah,
right? I assume because I'm the next town over. Obviously my packages come there, but you never know where these packages are going to and where they're coming from. It might just be a hub or somewhere passing through too.
Yeah,
so
right.
Condolences to those lives lost and anybody affected because I'm pretty sure people hurt. Like it's a lot. There's a lot that goes,
especially like during the holidays too. Like it's man.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
It seems like it's always a lot of death and destruction around the holidays. I feel like that happens every year.
Life is like that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, on a lighter note, Ralph and I were joking before we started recording. I told him feel a little weird being unemployed for the weekend. Look at Ralph's face.
This guy. You work on the weekend.
That's so funny. But no, man, my last day at my old job was Friday. We actually had an outing. I appreciate that. But the department I worked for had an outing at Top Golf Friday. So being able to actually like get with my team for the last time and actually see people that I would see in the hallways all the time. It's crazy because I didn't realize this, but a lot of people are actually leaving the company I was working for. Mm-hmm. So it makes me think like, has there been like a lot of people from other organizations leaving and finding new jobs or venturing out into entrepreneurship? Because like as many people that were leaving and I already had left, there was equally the amount of new people there as well. So like a lot of new people that I never like seen before they got hired during the quarantine period. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow. So I'm wondering if that's happening at other organizations as well. Because I wasn't even thinking about that.
Nobody stays at jobs long these days.
What I mean, true.
That's what you're getting.
That's true. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like the sheer number of people at one time is what I'm saying.
Like a mass exodus.
Yeah, seriously, is what it seemed like.
I mean, because companies do mass hiring, so yeah.
That man, it was crazy.
I know because I just speak for the division of the government. Man, they'll hire 40, 50 people at one time.
That's crazy.
So that means somebody had to leave.
No facts. Whether it's resignations or retirements, firings, like whatever it is. Crazy. Because it wasn't only my last day. Like at least 4 other people that I saw there, it was their last day too. Which I didn't know. So like being there is like talking to people is like, man, this is crazy.
The flex, because it was Johnny's going away, not everybody else's. I love it.
I wish that was for the department.
Oh, that was from the department.
Yeah, that was a department gathering, and it just so happened to be my last day.
I thought it was like a Johnny, like, hey, Johnny's going away. Let's go to Top Golf and kick it. That's how you framed it, at least in my mind. That's how I heard it.
No, that's
because it was like, oh no, hey, big dog leaving.
Man, I wish. But I will say, if that outing wasn't planned for the department, I think my specific team probably would have planned something just because how close we all are. Right. But no, it was great though. It was great.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Ate and drank on the company's dime one last time, so it was lit. It was lit. I'm here now, baby.
I know nothing about this life.
Nah, it's okay.
I know, man. Stun on me.
Off the
dome. I'll go first.
All right,
I like this question. It was poised in Facebook somewhere. Like it was a meme that somebody posted, and I thought it was very interesting.
Okay.
We got a lot of departures in the MCU, even though a character might, have an overturn, like a turnover in a sense. Like the character Captain America may not be Steve Rogers anymore. He's going to be Sam Wilson. So who would win in a fist-to-fist combat, right? Fisticuffs, right? Would you have Captain America Steve Rogers, that version, or would you have Blade? And I guess you would say the Wesley Snipes version because we haven't seen Mahershala Ali yet.
Good question. right off the bat, I think I'm going to say Blade because I think Blade is the better hand-to-hand combatant, especially with, you know, so he's a swordsman.
Yeah.
He's a like hand-to-hand combatant as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Martial arts.
there you all that good stuff, and she's a vampire. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going with Blade. I understand Steve Rogers has the serum and all that.
Yeah,
and he's a decent fighter. Like he's not trash at all. But
like I guess because
and Blade is old.
You know what's so crazy? You got more of a sample size with Captain America and what he does, right? Because he had the Avengers movies and his solo films to prove what he does with his hands. But still, I'm going Blade. Like I know I'm saying all that to say that Blade.
Yeah,
I just think Blade. You know,
pressure point, man. Listen, I don't care how strong you are, how big of a person you are. You can still be defeated by your pressure points. Every human has the same pressure point. So, and I feel like Blade is a better martial artist to use those pressure points against you. And I just feel like you.
And I think the best display of fighting that Cap ever showed was in Winter Soldier, probably the opening scene when he fought Batroc. That's about it.
Yeah, and that was a
good fight. That was a good fight sequence.
Yeah,
but Blade got a few of them. So it's like, okay,
yeah. See, not man. We'll never get a chance to see that in the movies, but I would love to see that.
I didn't want to shit on Steve Rogers. That was the meme. That was the meme that I saw. You can't put two bad bitches against each other. This is what happens. This is what happens.
This is true. Black would always win. But look, all right. So for my off the dome, I kind of remixed this. This was something I saw on Facebook as well.
Okay.
But so you only get to choose one of these things to have free for the rest of your life.
Okay.
All right. So we got clothes and shoes. That's like one thing.
Okay.
Flights, food, or hotel rooms.
Oh, okay. So that's four different categories.
Four different things. And one of those categories you get to have free for the rest of your life.
Flights. I want to travel.
Okay.
I want to travel. I want to go places. And I'm just gonna open the thing. Like I can get like any flight, any place, first class, all that flights easily to me. Like I think I can. Food, I shop at Aldi.
Right.
So I don't really care about food. You know, I can eat. What? So, and then what was the other options? Like clothes and shoes. Okay, clothes and shoes. All right, that's more. I don't know. I'm like, all right. In hotels, it's like, yeah, all right too. But if I can get there and figure out everything else, that's me. Like I just like if I can get there. Oh, okay, we good.
And see, for the same explanation you gave, I'm choosing hotel rooms.
Okay.
Now, I feel like I could get the flight, like wherever the flight is, I could get that. But I feel like depending on what'd you say?
Big money talk.
Look, depending on
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Depending on the destination, the hotel room could be insane. And like I'm trying to stay in like these I'm trying to stay in a 7-star hotel. Like that's the type of shit I'm trying to do. So I feel like if I'm going for a week, 2 weeks, that can be a costly bill if in a hotel room. And that I hope that I would imagine that extends to resorts as well. So when I'm ready to get my beach on, go to Jamaica, wherever, be on the beach, be on the water. So I'm saying hotel rooms because I mean I could get the flight, wherever I can do it one way at a time. Get my one way here. All right, when I'm ready to come back, get the one way back, and I'm good. But the hotel rooms, no, I need that. I need that.
Fair enough. Man, that was off the dome, people. Who you taking in the hand-to-hand fight, Blade or Captain America?
Yep. And if you had to choose between one to have free for the rest of your life, would it be food, clothes and shoes, flight, or hotel rooms?
Yes, sir. Let us know. We have a stack docket this week. We got a few topics to kind of run through. First, we're going to start with the verses. The benefit concert. We had Kanye West featuring Drake. Went down at the LA Coliseum last week. Johnny, were you able to watch this monumental moment?
Okay. Short answer is no. Now I did catch some of it. Like I caught some of Kanye West's first set. I think I caught like the first 3 or 4 songs. They kept moving the goalposts, man. It was supposed to start at 10 at one point.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll play the game until until 10 o'clock hits, and I'm, switching the TV over. 10 o'clock comes. Amazon or whoever, they reposted the flyer saying, oh no, it starts at 11 p.m. Central Time now.
Yeah.
All right, let me figure out something else to do so I don't fall asleep. Because if I stay idle, during the week, I'm already asleep at around 10:30-ish. So I'm already past my bedtime, right? So I'm up doing stuff. I'm watching, I'm doing all kinds of shit I don't never do at night. So I'm doing that. Cool. 11 o'clock hit, still no concert. All right, I'm gonna sit on the couch now because y'all playing with me. 11:30 finally starts. We get the choir. They come out. They sing their few songs. Hey, they sounded great.
They had
but
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Goddamn selection. Like, look, man, look. I grew up in church. I'm good with a good rhythm and choir selection. But my boy, this was not the time for Bobby Jones gospel. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. You good. They sounded amazing.
They sound great,
but
I wasn't trying to hear that.
Fam,
I wasn't trying to hear that.
This is not why we're here. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand Kanye been on this whole gospel kick, which is cool,
but he came out.
This is not the intro we needed at this late at night.
What's so crazy is he came out and didn't do none of that stuff. Like, he went back. Like, that's the beautiful thing about it. He ain't come out and do none of that other stuff. Yeah. He ain't come out and do no Jesus is King, Jesus is Lord. He did not.
He didn't, which is crazy because I really didn't know what to expect from his performance. But when he actually started out with Jesus Walks, I was like, all right, this kind of fits the theme of Donda and his previous couple albums. So all right, I think I see where this is going. But then he performs my man's got into the catalog. Okay, duffel. Man, listen, straight into. And I think I fell asleep around Touch the Sky. Like, I remember hearing it, but I don't remember hearing nothing after that.
Okay.
But looking at the set list, I really wish I would have stayed up.
Oh, I watched the entire thing from the moment from the choir to the moment they walked off stage together. Let me think about this in context before we even get to the music. Right? Okay. This was a huge moment, right?
Yes.
I think it was framed around a benefit concert. We can get to the nuance of that, which I kind of don't agree with everything that's going on with that, but that's another story. But just to have Kanye and Drake on the same stage, they're two of the biggest stars that rap has ever produced. If you're talking about numbers, influence, and all that great stuff, global stars, they may not be the best rappers to you or whoever, right? But Kanye West and Drake being on the same stage, that is huge.
Oh yeah, that
is huge.
Monumental.
That is monumental. And I've heard comparisons to if Michael Jackson and Prince had did a concert. I was like, I can kind of see that.
I can see it.
I can kind of see the comparisons there. I mean, because if you're talking about numbers, yeah.
And there are only a handful of that level of artists today.
And they're
only a handful,
and those are two of them.
Right, exactly. So them two, not only doing a concert, but together, and this shit is being streamed worldwide. That's crazy.
That's how the money got involved, especially with Amazon doing the live stream, which is dope.
Facts.
So, because we were only going to talk about the IMAX portion of it,
right?
And then everything
was crazy.
the kind of whole thing changed, and I was like, well, because it's that big of a concert, and you're a fool just think otherwise. In my personal opinion, like, these are two of the biggest stars in music, not rap.
Music, yeah, all genres.
Yeah, all genres. So, and then Kanye coming out and literally running through his catalog. It's kind of like I had to remind y'all who I was. Like, who I am. Not who I was, who I am. Because this set list is nasty.
Like, I'm so reading through this before we started recording. I'm mad at myself.
You know, me and you never really been the biggest fans of Jesus. But hearing Black Skinhead was in, like, I felt that it's like my TV was shaking. Like, I was like, ooh,
that's insane. That is insane.
So it's like Kanye comes out and does a stupid amount of songs, right? He even does Find Your Love, the song that he wrote with Drake or for Drake or whatever, however that goes, right?
Gotcha.
So I'm like, okay. And then Can't Tell Me Nothing, Drake comes out, and then I'm like, okay, this is crazy. I'm just thinking like Kanye just go hold the stage, and it really was Kanye featuring Drake, because Drake comes out, and I'm thinking Drake about to run through his big hits, like his big moments. And you know what he does? He does all the pandemic hits. All the pandemic. I was like, no. I was so disappointed in Drake's set.
You know what's interesting though?
Yeah.
So I heard a lot of people say that, and even going as far as to say this was like a versus battle, but we have to think back and realize this was a Kanye West concert with special guest Drake. This is not a versus. This is a concert with Drake as a special guest. So I think it makes sense that Drake did these types of songs.
He performed the lessers.
Yes, like for real. Like for real.
I was like, I like Knife Talk. I like Laugh. No, I don't really like Laugh. I like Life is Good. I like What's Next. But it's just like right now, that's what you want to perform in front of 70,000 people. Shit.
Yeah, man. Now even reading through Kanye's second set list, I'm surprised that Drake didn't do his freestyle over Say You Will. That would have been perfect.
It was so many moments where I thought Drake, okay, he did Find Your Love. I'm thinking they about to come out and duet this thing, BB and CC Wines or something. I'm like, all right, cool. They didn't do it. I'm like, all right. And then he played Say You Will. I was like, please, Jesus, please let him
that would have been insane.
He didn't. I was like,
that would have been nuts. I've been looking for, if anybody has a replay of this concert, can you send me the link? Because I want.
It's on YouTube.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, say less. Because I man, listen.
It's really like it's good to. I mean, it was good to watch in the moment, and then Kanye second said those what 5-6 songs. Listen, man, it was. Just,
and he did Forever. I love Forever. That's I like that song.
Now this is.
Oh shit.
No, Kanye started to forget his lyrics at the end, right? Okay. It was kind of bad. It looked kind of horrible, man. But I mean, Forever was a dope song, kind of like in its time frame, but it ain't something.
It ain't right.
It's kind of like Swagger Like Us, like like the big four rappers get on it, but you ain't really, I don't listen.
But I mean, me either. And I mean, I don't listen to Forever either. But I mean, in this type of setting, like to see his shit live with two of the people that was on. Nah,
but you feel like Kanye is supposed to remember that, but somebody tweeted, they was like, Kanye, we forgot the lyrics to it. But all in all, this was a great moment for music. A lot of great moments came out of this. He singing Runaway. He's yelling Kimberly name at the end. I was like, oh man.
Nah, that's crazy.
Now let's get to the nuance though. Let's get in this bag.
Let's do it.
This was a benefit concert for Larry Hoover. If you don't know, Larry Hoover was one of the co-founders of the Gangster Disciples, one of the biggest gangs in America. Founded in Chicago, all that great stuff, right? This was a benefit concert to bring awareness to the fact that he's still incarcerated, even though similar cases and people, have been released and all that great stuff, but yet he's still in jail. There's a conspiracy to believe that if he was released, he would use his influence in a bad way.
Okay.
So do you even think about do you even think that statement is true? What do you think about them freeing someone that started a gang that turned to one of the most violent crews outside the police?
Well, now I don't know why the Gangster Disciples was created, right? But from my understanding is that when gangs were created themselves, they were created to help police their own neighborhoods against, the BS. And somehow over the years, they evolved into what they are now.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think I agree with the conspiracy that if Larry Hoover was freed, that he would,
use his influence.
Use his influence to turn the gangs against America. I don't think that's true. I think it's the exact opposite, to be honest. If he was free, I feel like, yes, he does have the influence over the organization, but I think he would use that to tell them that they need to stop wilding, because even like in Chicago right now, people have been dying left and right, getting shot left and right. And I think he has the influence to at least slow it down for the time being. So I think that's the way it will go with it. But if that happens, that doesn't benefit like being able to incarcerate black men. And that's kind of where my mind goes with it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird situation. Like, if he's rehabilitated and he served his sentence, cool. Like what's the holdup? Kanye West and Drake putting their name on this, I'm not really sure. Like, it's a slippery slope, right?
No, it's actually kind of nasty when you think about it. Because how does Amazon Music actually get involved with this?
And I mean, because it's Kanye West and Drake, like we go slap our names on this, and now I want to see the flyer again. Did it have anything to do with Larry Hoover being on that flyer?
I think it did. At least it at least said benefit concert or something on there.
But they ain't say Larry Hoover. Now that's two different things. Now you know what I'm saying? Like the wording and the position of certain things can be nasty. And Larry Hoover Jr. Has been on his media run, and he's featured on Donna on the last track. You know, talking about
yes, on the bottom it says
free Larry Hoover. Okay. Well, I kind of scale back my critique of that, but still, it's just I don't know. Kanye West is working on his image rehabilitation, in my opinion. He's been on
it seemed to be working.
Oh, it's working. It's working.
Seemed to be working.
People would forget like that. You ain't heard nobody bring up their red hat in a minute.
Not man, what? It's true. It's true. I don't know, man. Like, I know it's
that red hat has not been. And then you know you got Drake. You know, being a part of this. Mm-hmm. I'm saying two things can be true. You know, maybe they have pieced it up. Some of those times still seemed awkward at times where they were performing, and you know, piecing it up is like, you know, I still ain't really got past it. Gotcha. But you know, they're working through that.
Well, it's hard to show that when it seemingly looks like you've been forced to do this concert together.
Possibly too.
So
possibly
yeah.
Too.
Who knows if it's really like, you know, all love now. It's probably still some of that.
I mean, there's still some animosity, and I can understand why. So you still just have to kind of work through that. Now, do you think anything becomes of this before we kind of get off of the Kanye West Drake thing? Like
as
music,
far as
tour, anything like that?
No. Because so they were charging like $7,900 per ticket to this. There's no way you can tour this if that's going 7,900. That's crazy.
That's probably the highest ticket. I don't see that being like 70,000 people having $7,900. I mean $7,900. Nah,
that hey man,
like that merch was nasty though.
Fam, okay, all right. So the merch was super nasty.
Yeah, the merch was nasty. And I don't even know what that like. Does that benefit? Like, does it go directly to his lawyer fund? Like,
and that's the question. Like, you have a hoodie for what, $200, jeans for $400.
But this is the thing. Whatever happened with it, I know it's sold. Like, we sitting here talking about it, but people be buying Kanye clothes. And
I think that
I ain't talking about the shoes. I'm talking about the clothes.
The clothes, yeah. And I think those particular items were in collaboration with Balenciaga as well, which could also explain the price hike.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
that's still
kind
of nasty.
I wanted to ask you, so with technology the way it is now, and I think both Drake and Kanye at some point had some type of deal with Apple to exclusively like share their music with them or concerts, whatever, because the whole Donda shit was rolled out over Apple, right? So seeing as how how this concert was with Amazon is kind of crazy. But my question is, so going forward, right? Like we're at the beginning of a new decade, the way technology and music work in collaboration now. Do you think the way that this concert was presented, do you think that's like the future of concerts?
Yeah.
Especially for like these really, really big artists.
Like those big concerts, yeah, because the camera angles on this one was
insane. Only the few minutes that I saw.
And I've heard is the videographer from the Joker movie was a part of the camera. Like I guess crazy. Whatever they were doing. I seen an article on that. I was like, wow. That's like it made like because those camera angles, like Kanye performing, and you see a sea of phones. I'm like, Jesus, like it looked good. That's
insane.
So
yeah, the stage, like the LA Coliseum, like the setup of everything was dope. Like even to Kanye and Drake actually walking out together in between the choir, that was dope. And then Kanye performing on that big half egg type stage,
whatever that was.
and for him to be able, man, this goes back to Kanye being a good performer, like being able to command that many people by himself on that stage.
He's not even doing full songs. He just running through them. Like,
like that would.
I'm not gonna lie. This had me like kind of hyped for a Kanye West concert.
That was
if he go on tour, like I'm sorry.
I'm gonna rewatch this thing tonight because that's crazy. This was dope, man.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. This was a dope event, man. But since we're on the Kanye Drake conversation. Let's spin the block and talk about Drake. Drake is still in the headlines for withdrawing his album Certified Lover Boy from the Grammy nominations. Johnny, your thoughts?
First of all, I didn't even know you could do this. I don't know if this has ever been done before.
It has.
Oh, okay, cool. I still didn't know you could do it. This is crazy. I would really like to know the reason. Like, I don't know why. I can only. Huh?
He explained it.
He explained it.
Did you read? You put this article in here.
Did I just saw the headline.
It was some type of a thing with the Grammys. He was like, "I'm not really rocking with y'all," or something of that ilk.
You think that's true though?
That's what he said.
He can say it, but
no, I don't believe him.
Okay,
no, like
yeah.
It's a lot of theories floating around, and I think Drake is just using that to put his name in the headlines for whatever reason, because I mean, he's still associated with the Astroworld stuff. Let's not forget that.
Okay.
So you got that. Then you going on this apology tour with, Kanye. I mean, like, y'all cool now and all that. Like, this actually kind of benefits Drake to what you're saying. which sounds crazy. Like, we collectively didn't think he would win. I think the consensus out there, even though there are a lot of strong support for the album, that he still wouldn't win Best Rap Album. And I think he was only nominated twice. Way Too Sexy, which is, I hate the song, and then Certified Lover Boy, the album being in Best Rap Album. Yeah. So you have that. It's just, I think, I don't think Drake really cares about Grammy L's, because he's been up for Grammys and lost. So it's happened before. It's just the reason that I'm just like, okay.
He could.
Because you never had problems with the Grammys before. Not like rapper, like Jay-Z breaking through industry and all that stuff, like, and then Will Smith boycotting, and I think Wu had a problem. Like, everybody's have issues. Drake ain't never really had issue with the Grammys, like vocally, like the people I just named. So I don't like, all right.
My thing is, to me, this is Johnny's thoughts here. It's one or two things. One, he doesn't, because of the pettiness that's been going on between him and Kanye, he doesn't want to lose to Donda, because I mean, I think we touched on this either last whatever week we talked about the Grammys. The Grammys. Kanye is probably going to win most of the categories that he's nominated for, and he's nominated against Drake in at least two of them. Yeah. So maybe Drake doesn't want to take that L publicly to Kanye like that. That's one thought. Other thought, this is my narrative. This is probably not true, but this is my narrative, my head, how it goes. Drake knew that album didn't need to be nominated, so he removed himself. That's my narrative, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, that's what I think. Regardless of regardless of what he said in the article, I highly doubt that's true. We still don't know the reason why, but in my head, my narrative says Drake knew this shit didn't need to be nominated, so he removed himself.
Okay, there's a lot of rappers that could do that. Then.
That's true. You're right. You are correct. But we talking about Drake right
now. Okay. All right.
What?
I'm just saying, don't do that.
Why not? Who you trying to remove? Who you think should remove themselves?
I'm not saying they should remove themselves, but a lot of mid rap albums win or nominated. So that's all I'm getting at.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing that at all. I'm not disputing that at all. But in a year where it seemingly looks like the rap category is like correct.
Legacy nomination, Johnny. That's all it was.
And you explained that to me, and I understand your point. I still understand your point, but I don't know, man. I ain't rocking with it. And even going back to the Michael Jackson, when you the Michael Jackson example that you gave, yeah, he was nominated for Rock My World off the Invincible album, but I don't think anything else from that album was nominated. Not even the album itself.
Oh, I can give you a better example. You'll love this one too.
Okay.
Eminem's your favorite rapper, right?
Yeah, he my top 5.
Oh, okay. 2013, he dropped an album called March Mathers LP 2, right?
2, correct.
Okay. Was that album good?
Was it good? Man, no, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Right. It was nominated for a rap Grammy.
Okay. He could have
I'm saying
no,
let me finish.
Okay.
he was nominated, right?
Correct.
Why do you think that was so?
Because of legacy. No,
I
just said I understood your point. I understand that. I'm not saying that that's okay though. And yes, even for Eminem.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Keep the same energy.
Oh no, same energy.
Okay.
But Rock My World was a
I ain't saying Rock My World.
That song from that album definitely deserved to be nominated.
I'm not saying that.
But the album as a whole, no. That's all I'm saying.
But legacy nominations happen all the time. And Drake just happens to have become a legacy artist. And I know that pains you.
It's true. It's true. Nah, it's true. So yeah. Yet here we are. But he removed himself. So it's I don't know, man. I wish the true reason just so we can know, but we'll never know the real reason.
Aubrey, he never gives us a real reason.
We still wouldn't have known he had a kid if it wasn't for Pusha T. So,
oh man, I'm glad you said that. I think Pusha T didn't drop his album because of this whole Drake Kanye thing.
I mean, that would make sense
because I feel like Pusha T had a whole bunch of Drake subs. Because remember, it was a guest verse. I can't remember the song that it was on, but it was in reference to Tyler's album. He was like, Tyler got album of the year for now. Like, remember that? When Pusha T did the guest verse on somebody's song around the time Tyler album dropped.
I do remember.
You remember the song because I think we may have talked about it, but still, you know how funny that is. I really feel like that album did come out because of he knew, like obviously he knew Drake and Kanye was in negotiations with each other.
So how long do you think before Pusha T actually drops his album? It's gonna have to be this time next year.
I know it got Drake subs all through that thing, and he can't release it. I think that's my theory. Now that's my theory. And I'm sticking to it.
That's crazy. So does he? Do you think he should rewrite those verses, or change whatever subs he got? You think he should change the line?
Nah,
like that's gonna reignite some.
It really is. It really is.
That's hilarious.
I know, man. Let's talk about this, man. I think this is a dope a dope headline, man. LLCoolJ was honored with a statue in his hometown of Queens. John, your thoughts?
Reading through this article and seeing the tweet or the Instagram post from LLCoolJ actually showcasing the statue, like almost brought a tear to my eye, man. Like I just think about how far hip hop has come as a genre.
Yeah.
Like I was born in '88, so of course I wasn't there when it first started, but a lot of I've seen a lot of clips, I read a lot of articles when hip hop first came out, how people thought it was going to be a fad, how it wasn't going to last long. Yeah. And now in almost 2022, how it basically has touched every part of the world. So seeing how we're getting to a point now where we're starting to like really immortalize the pioneers, the artists that come from hip hop. Like this is great. Like this is really, really, really great to see. And this statue is amazing, man.
Yeah.
And it looks just like them. I know we see a lot of statues, wax figures that don't look like the people. No, this actually looks like him. So this is dope, man.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm so happy for LLCoolJ, man. He got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, right.
You now you get a statue in Queens. I'm not sure if that's actually like where is it located exactly? Did it say?
It said from the geo tag, Flushing Meadows Corona Park.
That's what's up. This is dope, man. And if anybody deserves it,
it's definitely LLCoolJ.
It's definitely LL,
man.
And now leads to the question. Now we kind of off LL because we constantly give LL flowers here. Who do you think deserves a statue?
Man, I would. You know what? I knew that question was gonna come up as I was reading through this, man. We definitely need a statue of like Kool Herc, who like invented the scratching that DJs do. Him, Grandmaster Flash, those are like the top level DJs, like that pioneer DJing in hip hop. Definitely those two. Maybe Run DMC, like they were coming up the same time as LLCoolJ, and they both became like
Stars at
the stars at the same time.
Mhm.
Mixing rock and rap and all that kind of stuff. I can't believe I'm gonna say this,
Mhm.
but at some point, maybe not now, but at some point in the near future, maybe
Mhm.
probably need a statue of Jay-Z.
Wow. I was actually going to say Biggie. I'm like, Jay got enough,
Yeah, he
stuff
got
for
it.
him, yeah. Like, I think because Biggie embodies Brooklyn in a way that no other rapper has before or after, respectfully.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Like, you know that. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that.
and the reason I'm even bringing that up is because they can do this. They have the opportunity to do this right now in front of the Barclays Center. Like, they have Biggie themed Coogie's jerseys for the Nets now.
Oh, that's crazy.
So put a statue of that man in front of the building. And then I think they have one of Steve Rogers, which is nasty because he's not even a real person.
Steve, like Captain America?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like he's
But
not
they-
a real,
but there's
he's from Brooklyn, but he's not.
There's a statue of Rocky in Philadelphia. Rocky ain't real.
I know, man.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
my hypocrisy will poke out on this one.
Okay.
Rocky is different though.
Oh my God.
Rocky is different.
How so?
He's more iconic in the movie space, like clearly. Like there's no comparison. If you're talking about Rocky and Captain America, Rocky is Captain America.
Is it only because we still in the MCU right? Like right now, like that.
Listen,
I know
I think
Creed and shit come out, but that Rocky shit, come on.
Hey, look, bro. He ran up them steps. It's different, man. Like, hey, look.
Hey, I ain't gonna. I ran up them shit.
I know,
but I ain't gonna lie. I recorded myself. It was nasty. I didn't post it. I didn't post it.
If you,
I'm not gonna post it.
If you did,
I have it, but I ain't gonna post it. I'm not.
But you give up.
No,
I mean, he's more iconic though.
More. Well, no, that's.
I mean, no,
question.
he really is.
No, I was about to say, what's the more iconic steps, the Rocky steps or the Joker steps?
No,
but that's.
Rocky,
I know.
easily,
Yeah,
smoking them.
I didn't even ask.
You thought about it after you said that.
All right. So look. All right. So we got statue LLCoolJ in Queens.
Yeah.
Dope as fuck, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna take it to the West Coast. What West Coast artist right now today should get a statue?
Snoop. Because he may not be he may not be like, if you want to start getting into catalogs and rapping and all that great stuff, but he's the biggest star from the West Coast.
Like
bar none.
When we're talking about LLCoolJ, we're not only talking about the music. Yes, he was a pioneer in hip hop as an MC. Yes, 100%. But beyond the music, beyond hip hop, he turned himself into a brand, and Snoop is the embodiment of that from the West Coast.
Agreed.
So yeah,
agreed. Yeah. Okay, man. Speaking of rappers being honored and rappers doing great things and having accomplishments, man, we got to talk about this. Meg Thee Stallion actually graduated from Texas Southern University over the weekend. We have one of the hottest rappers in the game who's now an officially a HBCU alum. Yes. Johnny, your thoughts?
Dope. Listen, I love it. I love it when people graduate from HBCUs, period. But I want to commend Meg for, like, I don't think she thought she would blow up the way that she did, you know, putting out her music. And it really kind of happened overnight. I know she was rapping before, but like when the right ears and eyes hit you, you just take off, and you never know what's gonna happen in that moment. So I want to commend her for actually finishing, because I ain't gonna lie to you, if that was me in today's time, I don't know.
Well,
if I'm
I think it's a different layer to this. By her losing her mother, I think that was probably one of her mom's ambitions for Meg. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Meg didn't have, you go to school for yourself in a way, still, right? But to do this after losing your mom, I know that's kind of like a milestone. Like, Mom, look, we did. I made it. Yeah. So I'm looking at the emotional factor. I feel like, that. Look, Meg ain't never got to use that damn degree. Why? Like, ever. Why? But still, I think that is great that she finished what she started. She finished what she started. No, I was cringing because I was actually reading the article now.
I was so like, I was like, wait, what?
No, you didn't say anything, but it's just like they said that she received her diploma in front of the rest of the student body, yada 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 yada. And, I hate seeing it. I hate whoever wrote that. Like, okay, you're trash. But no, I like I said, I like that Meg Thee Stallion did this. it does bring a certain notoriety and prestige to HBCUs. Whatever you think about Megan and her artistry, she's still a famous person that graduated from this university
and actually decided to,
continue
be amongst the student body and actually walk to get her degree.
Exactly. She still pursued her degree despite the wild success that she had. So I like to see the emergence of HBCUs and pop culture once again. Like we had Deion Sanders at Jackson State. They won the swag, right? Salute to them. I think even Percy Miller. Well, I said Percy Miller, but Master P's son Percy Miller was at TSU, but they had a falling out of sorts over something, and it kind of turned into negative press with TSU, but nonetheless, TSU still benefits some type of press from that. So I think it's dope, man.
I do too, man. Shout out to Megan, man. That it's an amazing feat. I'm happy she finished. Now she ain't got to worry about this shit no more.
Yeah,
I know she ain't got no student loans.
Yeah,
and if she did, I'm sure she could pay them shits off now. So
things is done, man.
Man, that's crazy.
Nah, man. Let's get into this blur bag once again, man. We always find a topic, man. But this is a rumor mill, so take it with a grain of salt, please.
Please.
But it's rumored that actress Letitia Wright may be leaving the MCU, contract disputes, things like that. It was a social media post that was deleted, where she kind of it was definitely over the COVID-19 vaccinations. And they're getting ready to, I think they're in pre-production of Black Panther 2. Like they're getting ready to start shooting.
Oh no, so they had already started shooting.
Oh, they started.
But they actually halted the production because Letitia actually suffered some type of injury.
Oh, okay.
So they stopped for a minute while she was healing. But I thought they started back up maybe a month or so ago. But then I saw this headline. And I've been seeing rumblings about Letitia Wright, being against the COVID-19 vaccine, whatever. We won't get deep into that, but I think that's starting to spark the rumors of her leaving because I think the heads at the MCU or whatever are trying to get the actors and actresses to actually take the vaccine. So, they won't, there wouldn't be any problems on set and things like that. But because Letitia is against the vaccine, I think that's like putting a lot of hindrance on the continuation of production of Black Panther 2. So it's like, and I guess she's tired of going back and forth, at least from the article that I read. And again, this is all rumors, but from the article, it's like she's tired of going back and forth with the people. So it's like she might be deciding to leave, which I mean, we're in the age of variants and shit in the MCU, so it wouldn't be difficult to replace her. But I mean, we're kind of attached to Shuri, and we're kind of attached to Letitia as Shuri. Oh, we not?
No.
Okay.
I'm agreeing.
Okay, I was like, oh shit.
I'm getting to I'm just formulating my point.
So now it's like, where do we go from here? Because at this point, hey man, if she end up leaving and they can't recast her, we might just have to throw Black Panther 2 away. I'm sorry. And I know it's gonna be difficult to do because the story of Black Panther is so interwoven into the MCU now. Like people from Wakanda just gave Sam Wilson his new Captain America suit. So like they're just gonna fall off the face of the earth. Like what's
I know, man.
I know. I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm frustrated.
Slightly. But I get it. I don't this is gonna be interesting if this is even close to being true. Like you said, we're attached to the character Shuri that is played by Letitia Wright, the way she brought it to life. Definitely one of the breakout stars because of her role in the film. We already have to deal with the Chadwick Boseman law, so that's already one layer to this sequel that's already interesting, right? And then now you're talking about one of the biggest stars that might take over the mantle of Black Panther, possibly leaving. So now you have to introduce somebody else that kind of has the synergy and energy that Letitia Wright brings to the character. So I don't think that's gonna work. I hope this is just a rumor. Like this, I would lose faith in the movie if that happened.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Isn't this supposed to come out next year?
2023. I know. No. That's 2022. I'm tripping. You're right. I don't know why I said 2023.
You probably already had. You probably in 2022 already.
Clearly, but no, it's I think so. It's supposed to come out in May, right?
No. So they pushed Doctor Strange back to May.
Oh, okay. So it's after that. Yeah, obviously it's after that.
Yeah. So listen.
I know, right?
I hope they get whatever's happening. I hope everybody get their shit together and we can like.
Well, these things usually work themselves out, right? Because you got to think about it. Like we've heard of. Remember, like they pulled Spider-Man out the MCU for 2 days or something. Like that.
Nah, yeah, I remember that.
So it was Sony,
and now we got 3 extra Spider-Man movies.
Man, what? So if Sony and Marvel can play nice, I'm pretty sure Letitia people, Marvel people can get together and figure this thing out.
Now, I'm gonna ask you just because we here. If Letitia does, I hope she doesn't, but if she does decide to leave, part ways with the MCU, who do you think could play Shuri?
Oh no, you can't.
Who you think should?
Oh, you can't give me that. I don't know, Kyla Pratt. I don't know, like I don't know.
Kyla Pratt.
I know, where did that come from? No, I don't know. I really don't.
Off the dome.
Exactly. Nasty answer, but I got that.
I'm going Marcy Martin.
I like that. I love that.
And see, she's actually in the age range that Shuri should be too. So we good. Opposite of Mahershala Ali and Blade. So
I'm glad you brought that
I only
up.
said that because I know how you feel about that. I know how you feel about that. We might not get a Blade trilogy.
Man, I'm not an age shaming person, but if that's the case, y'all could have just went and got Wesley, man. Wesley's still out here working.
It's true.
Pretty good too. Hey, have you watched?
I knew he was coming. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I'm only 3 episodes.
So it's a series, not a movie.
It's a limited series.
Okay,
which is like
I thought it was a movie. I'm tripping.
No, it's a limited series. It's probably like 7 episodes.
Okay,
usually
they like about an hour piece, 45 minutes.
Well, the first one is an hour. Everything after that's kind of like 40 minutes.
Okay,
but usually in limited series, we kind of getting off track. But usually in limited series, it's kind of like what the MCU does. Like it's 7 episodes. Like the only reason we call it a season with Marvels because that's how they branded it. Right. But a limited series is usually 6 to 7 episodes of one season, and that's all you're getting.
Yeah. Got you.
No, it's. I really hope this doesn't happen.
I hope it doesn't either.
I hope this.
I really doesn't either. But like, yeah,
Johnny, let's get to this, man.
Okay.
This and then we'll be done, people. We've held you long enough. We understand. Spider-Man. Far From Home.
Oh,
No Way Home. No Way Home. My bad.
Right, yeah.
No Way Home.
I've been missing it.
It comes out Friday.
This Friday.
How do we feel? Any predictions?
I think so. Marvel does a great job of even when you have a lot of different main characters in the movie. They do a good job at keeping the movie specific to the title character. Like Captain America Civil War, right? You know, we had
millions of people.
Like, yeah, and even the introduction of Spider-Man and Black Panther, right? But it still felt like a Captain America movie, right?
Technically, that was kind of like the origin stories of both of them.
No, facts. No, big facts. So, of course, we got all the Sony villains, Sony Spider-Man villains in this movie, right? Cool. It hasn't been confirmed, but clearly the other 2 Spider-Men are going to be in this movie.
They're going to be somewhere.
Around, now, I don't anticipate them having a lot of screen time. I do not anticipate that. Okay. Yeah, they're going to run into each other, talk. Oh, wait, you're Peter? No, I'm Peter type shit.
They're going to do the meme.
I hope they do the meme. I hope.
You actually hope they do that callback. Like,
no, seriously.
That reference.
That would be hard. Like, I like the pop culture references in movies. I like that. Yeah. So I don't, even though I do see them in the movie, I do plan to see them in the movie. I don't think they're going to have that much screen time. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited about this being the Tom Holland Spider-Man movie with these other cameos in it. That's what I'm excited about. And I don't think Marvel and Sony are going to let me down with that.
You're in your duffel right now. I like that. I like how you likened this to Civil War because no matter what happened in Civil War, right, you never lost focus of it being Captain America versus Captain America versus Iron Man, at least in that sense, right?
Exactly.
At least that was the main point. Mm-hmm. Like, we're going to stick to this. Mm-hmm. We're going to give you a lot here. But so I can see that happening. Marvel has never really let us down, but then again, Sony is on here to. So, at least,
Listen.
75% Marvel, 25% on Sony, like kind of messing this thing up.
Mm.
But I doubt it. I mean, they already put the first 2 minutes of the movie out already, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, no.
If they did,
I've seen it. It's not a spoiler. Like, you can understand that they just picked up directly after the after credit scene from the second film.
Oh no, I knew that. Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah,
not like a
okay,
spoiler.
gotcha.
Like I didn't give you too much.
Yeah.
They said it really picks up right here.
Like, yeah, okay. Right. And I read that. I saw that somewhere. And then that same weekend, I actually went back to watch Spider-Man 2 because I felt like I didn't remember it.
Okay,
so
this is another thing, right? Those as enjoyable as those Spider-Man films are, I really don't find myself watching them again.
No, same.
Oh, okay.
Same.
I thought it was me.
No, I'm saying like I wasn't going to, but with them saying that this picks up right after that, I was like, damn, I don't even think I remember it. So that's what prompted me to go watch.
I definitely remember the scene, but just like I remember the story. I remember everything about both films, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't found myself going back to watch them. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy them, but it's just, it's kind of like one of those. Like, I know it's good. I just don't really want to watch it.
No, I feel you.
And that's a respectful take. Like, I mean, honestly, like I don't know, man. I don't know how to act. I'm not act with this. I'm excited. Like, I've obviously, I showed you the screenshot. I'm going IMAX. IMAX is true.
No, man.
See it. Big
Listen,
screen, baby.
Shout out to the brave souls that go see these movies the Thursday night before it come out and on opening night. I cannot be that person, man. I don't know, man. That's just me though. It got to be the afternoon because I'm either gonna fall asleep or I'm gonna get annoyed by other people cheering and shit. I understand, but I can't be in that environment. That's me though. That's me.
Oh, no.
All right. Last question on this. What do you think the after credit scenes are gonna be? And I know that's like a weird question, but
some Doctor Strange and Wanda popping up.
I didn't even think about that, but no, I like that.
Oh no, it ties to
I like that.
Everything ties to Multiverse of Madness. So if that's what we finna get to, it's definitely going that way.
That. Ooh, oh damn! All right, so I'm about to get up on another tangent. Look, like we here. Let's do it.
Okay,
let's do it. Right.
Now, did you notice that they made edits to the trailer?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you talking about when
the Rogers
Killer Croc got hit?
No,
what you talking about?
No.
Not Killer Croc.
How this
the lizard?
How this crosses over with Hawkeye?
Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell no!
Because he's swinging through Midtown, and you see the poster of the Rogers play that they went to see in Hawkeye.
That's hard. I like that,
but it's not literally at the same time. It's just an advertisement.
That's the little subtleties I like. Like that's dope.
Little stuff. I was like, oh.
Do you think Disney releases the Rogers musical on Disney Plus? And are you gonna watch it?
Absolutely not. I hope not. And absolutely,
I'm gonna watch it just to laugh at this shit. Nah. That shit looked terrible.
It was horrible.
That shit looked terrible.
It was horrible.
Oh man. All right, we'll save new music for next week.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well,
no, man, we can talk about new music.
Let's do it.
You trying to get about it?
You said this was the last time.
We go talk. No, it don't matter. I know what I said, but we can talk about it.
Well, let's do it.
Because you ain't gonna want to talk about it next week.
You don't know that?
Nah, you not.
Okay, well, let's do
it. Let's talk about this, man. Russ dropped I don't even know if it's an album, man, but is it an album or is it a mixtape?
I don't know what to call it.
Album project. I'm leaning to mixtape.
I would too, only because of the amount of features.
Yeah, features and production. I mean, he literally has a different producer every song.
True. This is true.
But I mean, Chomp too. Chomp is clearly, I'm not gonna say clearly, because if you're not a Russ guy, a Russ person, you wouldn't know about this.
This is true.
It's a dope concept where he gets some of the dopest lyricists and wordsmith and rap. And he pretty much raps with them, out raps them, if you want to say, on some songs, and it makes for good, good. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say good music. It's good music. Okay, let me say that.
It's good rap music.
It's good rapidy rap stuff.
Hey man,
no, I like it. I'm not sitting on it. It's just rapidy rap. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, rapidy rap.
I love this thing. I love it. My only downside to this project is the fact that out of 14 tracks, only 3 of them are just him. That's my only gripe. And the tracks where it is just him, it's like a freestyle. Like, I'm just gonna rap for a minute and a half and let the beat play the rest of the time.
Yeah.
That's my only gripe. But because of that, I can understand why you're confused as to whether it's an album or a mixtape or something like that.
Because Russ has the ability to make commercial radio play songs. So that's why I said this is more of a mixtape.
Yeah, and I think maybe this is because he makes different types of music. Maybe this is him. He was just in his rap bag for a period and it was like, let me hit up my contacts and get some verses. So I don't know. I really did enjoy this though.
This is a really good project though.
Like it's
really good.
Just the features on. He got Ransom, he got Papoose, he got Styles P, Westside Gun, he got Snoop, Big Crit, Jay Electronica, he got Joey Badass, Wale, Big Sean, he got Ghostface Killer, he got Saha on here, Lloyd Banks and Conway. Like that's crazy. In 2021, the end of the year to drop some rap like this, like that's insane.
Yeah. Oh, you missed the game too. The game
and the game. Hold on.
Game and Mozzie.
Yes. The game and Jadakiss. I miss Jadakiss. Yeah, man. Look, this is a who's who of I'm a rap.
Okay, this is one thing I need to know. What is his budget?
Oh, he independent.
Still, you gotta pay these people.
Hey, man.
You gotta pay them something.
Listen,
they ain't doing this for the love. Like
I saw he did a pull up with Joe Budden back when Joe Budden was doing and the pull up was in his house and
oh no, I ain't saying Russ broke, but I'm just like, geez.
Hey, his fans clearly pay him because man's is living nice. to be able to get all the production and the features on here, like that's crazy.
Okay, if you can pick one track, what's the best one? What's your favorite one on here? I ain't gonna say best.
So it's right. It's between two. So I'm like, Note to Self, the song with Joey Badass, Wale, and Big Sean. I really love that song.
It was really good to hear Joey rap for a while. I mean, rap.
Oh
because he hasn't rapped in a while. It's really been in his acting fashion bag for a while. So it was really good to hear Joey.
So it's between that and Blue Chip. Him and Ransom.
Yeah, I know you're a big Ransom guy.
Hey, I've only just started listening to Ransom maybe a year or two ago, but Ransom has been putting out fire EPs and projects for at least a year and a half now, and like all of them have been dope, which is crazy. So yeah, man, Blue Chip and Note to Self, but the whole shit is dope.
Yeah, it's not really. Honestly, this is the downside to the project before I get to my favorite track, right? I think that the songs that he's on with other people are good. The songs by himself, I really don't pay too much attention to.
Got you.
But like, and I wouldn't even say that they're out rapping him. I think he's keeping up with them. And then if you want to go to the tat, okay, he might have got such and such. Yeah. But like Papoose, like hearing Papoose rap. like that was Pap was rapping, man. Bucket hat low cheese. Yep. And then Styles is different, man. Like,
Styles been consistent the last few years too.
Because he has a project with Havoc of Mobb Deep, which is pretty cool. So I like that. And then I'm really partial to anything with Big Crit. So excuse me on that. The song with Saha was
Saha was on Joel's album, right?
And that was
so
I wasn't blown away.
I like this verse better than that one.
Usually I'm blown away by Saha verses, and I ain't saying, well, I am saying it was mid. It was mid. Like it's okay to say that. It's okay.
It is. I didn't think this verse was mid. I thought the verse on the Joel album was mid. I didn't think this one was.
I think both of them are forgettable.
Interesting.
Both of them. Like, and this is Saha we talking about.
It's true. Now, outside of the attempted, taking of his life, I wonder if there are any other incidents in his life that has him, not on his A game when it comes to rapping. I don't know.
It happens. I mean, everything can be good in life, and you drop a mid one, like it happens. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's rich, and you see what he do sometimes. I ain't knocking it. Like I'm really not. Like I'm not.
No, I understand. I don't know. I'm just trying to shoot my guy some bail a little bit, but like it does happen. It does happen. It's okay.
A mid pack is still good. Still get you there.
It's the middle.
Y'all be tripping with the mid. I don't know.
No, but y'all definitely check out
the project.
This is
Chomp 2 is like, if you enjoy the rapidy rap, and I'm talking this coming from me, y'all know how I give it up. it's good. You can rock with it.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, like Russ has a good ear too. So I enjoy that. Speaking of somebody with good ears, man, my man William Roberts, man, dropped the project. I don't know if Johnny really listened to it, but I did, man. Richer than I've ever been. I hate him. I really do. I hate Rick Ross and his persona, man. Like it's like richer than I ever been. What kind of shit is that?
Hey, man. He said when you every day you wake up, you richer than you was before. He said that.
Hey, man.
He said
it's
so,
like, you know, it's like
the album.
Okay. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah. It was probably for the sake of this conversation.
No, I was gonna listen to it
Oh,
regardless.
okay.
But,
Good.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you think about the project though?
I mean, all right, let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Is it possible to feel like an album sounds too rich to listen to?
Yes.
Is it possible?
A little bit.
That's how I feel.
Well, it's like
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ross has really branded himself as being this luxury rapper, right?
Mhm.
And the sounds that I mean, the beats are always immaculate, even if you can't get with him on subject matter and how he presents
The
it.
shit just
It
sounds.
just sounds good, and that's where I kind of get lost when I try to critique Ross.
That's crazy.
Because think about this, right? Some of the songs, like I feel like he's rapping, right? And I ain't saying like rapping like Russ, and you know,
Yeah.
everybody on his project, but Ross got a way of presenting this shit. And I be like, damn, this shit kind of fly. That shit kind of fly. And it's like I never grade him on a curve. It's just like this is one thing I kind of champion Ross on. He's like a great producer, executive producer.
Mhm.
Like these albums, right? I think this is better than Port of Miami too, and I think significantly better too. But I just think that he has a good ear, the way that he finds these rappers to work with on these songs, even though you might say, okay, it's a lot of features on here, but the features work though. Like even on songs like you really don't rock with, I was like, I can see why you put them in.
Yeah.
Like I like Dream Doll on Wiggle.
Fam. That's one of my favorite songs.
I mean, I ain't never heard nobody flip in my life by Dream
Me
Doll.
either. I was like, wait.
I was like, why
That sounds familiar.
I was like, why didn't they do this before? Like, but that
And the shit sound rich as fuck. Like, oh my
look,
God.
man,
Hey, that Dream Doll verse was hard. I'm sorry.
Dream
That shit was
Doll
great.
went in. Of course, I like the song with Jasmine Sullivan in 21. That's
And
Johnny,
time out.
What you
time
gotta
out,
say,
time
Johnny?
out.
What you gotta say?
First
Johnny?
of all,
What you gotta say? She ain't have
when-
to do it like that.
when Outlaws was dropped as the single,
You didn't like it?
no, I loved it. I thought it sounded great.
Oh.
No, ain't no
Oh, okay.
But listen, the shit already sounded rich.
Yeah.
Listening to it in the sequence of this album, I had to I'm too broke for this. I'm too broke. I can't. I'm not supposed to hear this.
Yeah.
Like,
man. Yeah, man.
And
Like,
again, Jasmine Sullivan she ain't have to do that.
she did.
She really didn't. I'm happy she did,
Yeah.
but she ain't have to do
And then having
fucking amazing.
Willie Falcone on the track is nasty.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
like,
insane.
but Rick Ross has made like a living off shouting out drug dealers in his music.
That's true.
To actually have, you can't get Freeway Ricky Ross on the track, but long story, you can't get Ricky Ross, get Freeway on the track, but you can definitely get him. Oh, that is bananas.
William Falcone.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in Gotham City. I was like, what's happening?
Like, man, what did you now what did you think about the Benny feature on here?
Ben, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Benny hasn't let me down yet.
Okay,
the
so
verse.
it's kind of like, all right, cool. I
Like this is Benny.
consistent.
Like it's
All right,
Benny.
all
Yeah.
right.
Like
He
hasn't
Ben-
let me down.
This is the thing. Benny matched that money stuff. Ross be talking. Like Benny was talking
Yes.
that talk. I just want to point that out. He was talking that talk.
You wanna know my favorite feature on her though?
What's that?
Wiz Khalifa.
That
This
was,
Hella Smoke record.
it was good to hear Wiz rap.
Yes.
It was good to hear Wiz rap. I do
And
agree with that.
to me, Wiz has never been like the lyrical guy. Like I'm not listening to Wiz for like lyrics,
You
but
know
like
what you're going for.
he has the feel good rap music. Like he know whatever he like, he rapped that shit, smoking $1,000 packs of weed or whatever he was saying. Like, fam, I don't need to be listening to this.
Yeah.
But the shit sounded amazing.
Yeah.
Man,
Ross had a good blend of features and solo records. I think it was like it looked like half and half almost.
mhm.
But one thing I will kind of say, I didn't really like Can't Be Broke. It was just like I can take it or leave it. Blast, I'm very partial to Blast because I like some of his music. So
Mhm.
if he's on a feature, I just kind of rock with the song naturally. That's just
Gotcha.
me. Marathon, right? I feel like this. Ross kind of let me down. I feel like that was a big moment for a feature. And I think that's why it's such like a 40-50 second gap of no vocals.
Got you.
At the end. Like I feel like a feature should have been there. And this is coming from me. I think Nas should have been there.
Interesting.
Because of the stuff that Ross was kicking on the track, and then the way that Nas and Ross really worked well together. If you ever just listen to their collabs. So I know Nas would have did numbers. Did his numbers. And he's talking that cryptocurrency shit too. So he's been talking big boy talk.
No, he needed,
I felt like that was a prime moment for that. So if it's a deluxe album, man, hey, call Nasir, man. He'll give you a verse, man. So,
nice.
I mean, I just enjoy the album. I thought I was gonna come in here with a strong bias, but the music is good. I'm not saying it's here, I'm not saying it's there. It's just good, you know.
Right. I definitely think it's better than Port of Miami too.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that much better. Now I didn't deep dive into the Ross and his flows. Now I feel like he did give me a couple new different flows on here, but again, it's more the same.
As an album, this is better.
Yeah.
Like as an album, that's why I say it's significantly better. Because as an album, I mean, you go tip for tat on song, but I think with Port of Miami too was like a collection of songs rather than a cohesive body. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah, man, that's how I look at that, man. But shout out to Ross, man.
Definitely.
Shout out to Russ.
Definitely,
Russ and
man.
Ross.
Yeah, Ross is getting. Notice I ain't saying Rick Ross yet. I just keep saying Ross. But shout out to Ross. Ross is getting in that space where he's like the OG elder statesman in hip hop. So when he puts out albums, he want to get his rap itch scratched. So now he can just put his other people on. So like this, you didn't really like Can Be Broke. But I thought it was okay with Youngin Ace and Major 9.
It's like I can take it or leave it. And the thing is with Ross, with his artists that he tries to cultivate, they never really work. So like I know it's dope that he has somebody that's screaming MMG. Dope, right? But the only people that have honestly really worked are the people that he brought in. Like literally like free agents, the Wale's, the Meek Mills, like even by extension Omarion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did you caught the Omarion jab on the intro, right? Little Havana. He was like, I released Omarion and he began to fizz or some shit like that. Okay, never mind. I was gonna ask what you thought about that. But, all right, never mind.
I don't know how I messed up, but geez, like Ross is real slick with wordplay, man.
Yeah.
You gotta catch it, man.
I thought that was crazy. That was crazy. But anyway, was that it?
I mean, unless you want to get into DJ Premier and 2 Chainz, but
I really.
I
mean, 2 Chainz sounded good over DJ Premier,
and that's what I got.
That's all I got. That's all I got for you.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Now we're at the
all right. We at the end.
We're done.
We're done. YouTube, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Leave us a comment on anything we talked about today. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.
Now, if you're on audio,